Okay, everyone. So now we are learning the functions. Let us suppose that we are having a big program and we are dividing that big program into small parts. Let us suppose that there are 3 parts. So that is called the subprogram, module, or functions. Why we need this function? Because here we know that whenever we are dividing a big program into small modules, that is called a function. But why we are dividing? The purpose is that whenever we are having very big program, it is very difficult to understand. It is very difficult to read and even difficult to debug. But if we are having small parts, that means we are using the functions, then it is easy to understand, easy to test, and easy to find the errors. That means easy to debug. Whenever we are defining a function, in our mind there is a thing that we are going to do the repetitive task. Let us suppose that we want to make sum of two numbers, let's say 50 times. So we are not going to write the line 50 times. We will simply write a function for that and we are going to call it. So functions are used for the repetitive tasks. We know that we are having a main program. Main program means we are having a main function. So with that main function, we are going to call the other functions. Just like here, we are having the main program. Then further, we are going to divide into the small functions. And even from the main, which we know that, which is the driving function from which the program starts, we are going to call other functions. So here we can see that from the top, we are going towards the bottom. Or we can say that from the top, we are going towards down. So here we are coming from top to down. That's why we can say that it is the top-down approach. So C programming follows the top-down approach. And here we are having the modules, means functions. That's why we can say that C is the top-down modular programming. So here we have learned that functions are made so that we can make our program simple. We can divide our programming into small modules. We can easily debug, easily test, and function perform the repetitive task. And even it make our programming top-down modular programming. Means from top to down we are going, calling the functions, and we are having small modules. Now we are discussing the categories of functions. So if we talk about the categories of functions, then majorly there are 2 categories. The first category is library functions, and the second category is user-defined functions. So in the category of functions, means whenever we are dividing the function into some category, the first category is the library function, which are basically the predefined functions. Now, what is the meaning of this predefined? Means whenever you are going to install your Turbo C or maybe Dev C, any C programming compiler you are going to download, there are some functions which are already inbuilt in the C programming. Means the developer of C already decided some functions that you can use these functions. These are called predefined functions or the library functions because the definition is given already. Just like if we take the example that we are having the function, just like we have printf. Now this printf function is used to print on the screen. So here this printf function is already present. And similarly, we know that we are having the function just like scanf. So that function is also the inbuilt function because their definition is already given. Simply you write printf and printing on the screen. Simply you write the scanf, you're taking the input from the user. Simple. So they are the predefined functions. Their definition is given. And we know that to use these functions, we need the library, means the header file. And that header file we include by saying just like hash include. So that is the preprocessive directive to include the header file. Then afterward we simply write stdio, which is standard input output header file .h. H stands for header file. So this is the library. So here functions are predefined and they are the part of library stdio.h. That's why they are called library functions. means these functions are available in some kind of library. So they are predefined functions or called library functions. There are so many other functions just like CLR, SCR for clearing the screen, or maybe getch for holding the screen. So they are the part of conio.h. Just like we are having the function which is POW for the power or SQRT for square root. These are the part of math.h. So there are various libraries and various functions which are defined. They are called the predefined functions. Now afterward we are having the next category under the category of function, that is the user defined. So whenever user is going to define a function by its own, that is called the user defined function. So if I am the user, as per my requirement, if I am making some function, that is called the user defined function. The best function which we are using from very first day, that is the main function, and that main function is also user defined. Why? Because inside the main we can do our own programming. We can modify this main as per our own requirement. That's why this main is the user defined function. Although this main is the driving function, without the driving function program will not work. So that is required, but it is the user defined function. Or you can define the function as per your requirement. Just like if you want to make sum of two numbers, you can simply write sum. Now let us suppose that you want to make the function with your own name. Let's say I am making Ankit. So this is my name. I am mentioning that there should be a function with my name. So there Ankit can be a function. So here these are the user defined function where user write the code. So that is the user defined functions.